Hello, welcome to Season 2, Episode 3 of Frauds of Waterdeep. Apologies if you watched the earlier stream where we were just going, Fantasy Grounds has gone down again. It's done it again. But it made for really bad streaming. Anyway, I am joined by the usual crew, who is, let me think, mine.
Hello.
Plays Aldred. Josh.
Hello.
Plays Fenn. Also, dirty footballer, really gouged my eye out yesterday. It was just painful. I mean, it was
an accident.
It was bad.
To be fair, I blasted it at you before that as well.
Yeah,
you forgot about that one.
yeah, I did, because the pain of my eye being ripped out.
Can't trust a manager in Carlsberg.
Yeah, that's right. Even if I am part of the family. The Carlsberg hating Ben.
Hello.
The undeclared on his Carlsberg position, Ben.
No, I'm going to take a stance.
And
The
Joe.
alphabet.
The alphabet.
Eternal.
The eternal alphabet.
It's an alphabet.
And Joe
Hello, I have cause.
has cause.
Should they bring it up for you from downstairs?
Other beers are available.
It's a premiering.
No, I meant your friends.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You could get room service, can't you?
Yeah.
So I'm going to be running the game in the style of Diego. So I'm going to be completely stoned. So I think we're going to have a rock solid game, though my acting may be a little statuesque. If you want to know what any of those references are, then hit up the Titles and Troubles, which will get released probably before this episode 40.
What did I say last time? Yeah, I was going to play some rock and roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Josh and I were thinking hard about what we could be saying. Okay, so it is the first day, the 21st of Nighthall, the drawing down the winter solstice in the year of 3 ships sailing, which is 1492 by Dell reckoning, or 461 since the foundation of Waterdeep. You guys are, last time you travelled from Skullport into Undermountain proper. And I should declare at this stage that we're really now going to be in spoiler territory for any party playing Dungeons of the Mad Mage. Whereas before, the campaign has been a little bit more freewheeling in terms of content, and certainly, some of this stuff is just added in and ad-libbed in. You will encounter encounters that are drawn straight from the book. How about that? You guys will encounter encounters drawn straight from the book. Everyone watching will also encounter encounters drawn straight from the book.
In real life.
Indeed. And you got to Azrok's domain, and you got issued your papers, which had incredibly artistic, really well rendered images.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly like that. It's a bit bright. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Iggy. And you kind of had audience with Azrok, and his wife approached as you were kind of gallivanting around the city, and she kind of said, we've got a bit of a problem. Some of you noticed that there was something slightly off about Azrok as well. They didn't really kind of look you in the eye, and it was very vague and kind of where you were and such like. And a magical dagger has been stolen from him, and the wife would like you to get it back. Though part of the problem is it went back to Skullport. That was the direction. She said that Allquest, who is the ambassador for the Xanathar Guild / Skullport, may know more. And the next morning, Allquest has presented himself, the Illithid. He stands in front of your door. Zerelda has groggily got up and answered the door. Okay, so that's where we'll start then. So Ulquest, the Ellipid, tentacles kind of writhing. He stands upright in front of you. He's a good foot and a half taller than you are, and you look into these eyes, and they're just like light rather than actual eyeballs. It's just kind of a little bit of glowing light beneath his skin. It's rather leathery skin, and his tentacles just, one of them kind of like just reaches out towards you, almost sniffing the air around you. Could you make me a intelligence save, please?
Ooh.
9.
Okay, that's interesting to note. He speaks, though it feels as if it arrives straight into your head rather than through the medium of sound. I am Ulquest, ambassador from the Xanathar's Guild and from Skullport. I am given to understand that you seek audience with me.
Well, howdy there.
What is your name and where did you come from? You know and you feel kind of these tentacles metaphorically ferreting around through your memories.
Oh.
And digging around into kind of your background. It does feel incredibly disconcerting, and brief flashes of your history, some of which even you had kind of forgotten had happened. You know, in this instance, you're in Silvery Moon receiving some orders. This instance, you're fighting against the enemies. In this instance, you're betraying the dwarves. Oh, sorry, don't say that aloud.
Standard Silvery Moon business.
Bloody elves.
Yep. Okay.
Poor Pinky.
Can I help you?
So you can make an intelligence check to try and push this thing out.
17.
Ooh, okay, that's not bad. No, not good enough. It rolled an 18. So now it's still ferreting around through your head. As you're kind of like a little bit disconcerted, he just kind of steps and physically kind of pushes you backwards.
Well, just come in then.
So he kind of stands and observes kind of all of you, who I think are all in bed. As I
We weren't
I mean, we're
really
all
getting
scrambling
up.
for weapons at this
We all
point.
refused to get up, so I imagine we're just sitting up in our beds now.
Just roll over and pull the sheets over our heads.
Yeah.
5 more minutes, Mum.
Can I just ask something?
Yeah.
What was my alias?
Sandra.
Barbara.
Is it Barbara?
I think it was Barbara.
Babs.
It
Was
Barbara.
Babs. Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Thank
I think
you.
Oh, what was my? Oh, yeah.
You were Grumsh.
Grumsh Hobson.
That's why it's so much easier just to use your real name.
I know.
Everyone knows for
Until you
undercover
die.
work.
Until you die.
For undercover
It's
work, you
awesome.
keep the same first name because then you don't hesitate when people say it to you.
Okay.
You just change the surname.
Clearly, Ben is like an undercover cop trying to find illicit D&D readers. I mean, to be honest, I can't think of worse jobs.
Everyone's got to have a hobby.
Zerelda, you feel this presence move away from you, yep. So what are you all doing? So Fenn, you scrabbling for weapons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because they just shoved Zerelda in the room.
Yeah.
Kind
It
of.
kind of pushed to create the
Yeah.
space for it to move through, and Zerelda stepped back, and it's kind of moved in.
I'm reaching for my wand.
Yeah. Okay. Iggy.
I'll just sit up.
Yeah.
He's introduced himself. I know we're meant to see him anyway.
Yeah. Ode.
Reach for my pistol.
Okay. It kind of looks at you all. There's no need for weapons. I can see that you're not attired as you would prefer. Aldred, make me an intelligence check.
Oh god.
I had
Come
a
on.
really bad sleep and my back hurts.
Oh, intelligence save. Sorry, intelligence save.
Save.
Oh no, wisdom save actually. Sorry. Wisdom
Oh,
save.
Oh.
I'm worse at
Oh.
them. I'm going to
you have
use blah, 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 blah. I'm going to use some inspiration I have.
Okay.
Wisdom save, yes.
Mhm.
Yes, that's decent.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's DC whatever. So yep. Okay. So I'll be awaiting you. I'll wait you in Azrok's chamber, and then we'll go and find somewhere quieter. Unless there's one amongst you that can speak for the group, and you're all
Wait,
hearing
what?
this telepathically into your minds.
What did he try and do to me just now?
You
What
don't
did- what
know.
did it
You
feel
felt
like?
you felt
What
on
did
the
it feel like?
fringes of your mind, him pressing in to read your deeper thoughts.
You've dealt with Illifids before, haven't you?
One time.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you're
I
100%
have
more
a
experienced.
little experience.
A lot more than the rest of us.
Inexperience.
Didn't you go with him, Fenn?
I'll
No,
go.
he didn't.
No?
He didn't go in the same. He didn't go in the conch shell. He just pointed out. Hey, look, there's this thing over here, and then I like got sucked into it.
Okay. Make me a wisdom save, Ode.
Ooh. Did it? Come on.
You feel something ferreting through your memories, all that bitter hatred that you carry for the authority figures, all of those instances of being in jail, and that feeling of being abandoned by the Harpers, all these kind of like memories that kind of come cruising through. You also pull like some childhood memories that you kind of like suppressed a little bit, you know, a picture of your mum or something like that. This moment where you're kind of talking and you're saying, "Where's Grandma?" And she says, "She's under the tractor road. The Harpers did it," or possibly something like that. And it's kind of rifling through, and the creature kind of turns and looks at you and says, "Where are you headed to?" And you can't head like, you know, don't think of an elephant. You start to think of, okay, what's my purpose here? Fortunately, Ode hasn't got a fucking clue what the plan is.
Picture of a goblin comes up in his mind.
Okay, make me an intelligence check.
Just an intelligence check or a save?
It's resisted against its.
You like 8s on your saves, don't you?
Oh, you still
Good.
managed to push it out.
I suggest, sir, that you learn some manners and get out of my head. Sir.
Well said.
I don't feel the need to have manners to the lesser races. I will be in Azrog's chamber. And he kind of turns and glides out.
I line up my pistol, and I just made the sound of a right into his back.
Okay. Okay. It doesn't flinch. It doesn't kind of like move. It's dismissive.
Yeah.
Just walks off.
Well, that was a hell of a thing to wake up to.
What a bastard.
Unfortunately, we do need to go talk to him.
I will say one thing. I am not opening that door for no one.
Yeah, it's Aldred's turn to open the door now.
Hey, we
What are you
gotta
doing,
like
guys?
rock paper scissors in this or something.
Get up.
I suppose we should hear him out.
Yeah, I don't like his idea of just one of us going to talk to him.
No, we should all go.
We know what happens when we split up.
Ode will get in trouble.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
should make that
Well, if I'm
bitch
not-
wait.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I want breakfast first.
Yeah.
What time is it anyway? Oh,
Morning.
oh.
You don't really know what time it is. There's no sun to kind of guide yourself from. You're all hungry. I mean, you have literally just kind of like got it up, but there's no clock. There's nothing to govern the passing of time, particularly. The fact that you're all actually in a diurnal sequence is strange in itself. That you're all,
Ode
like,
finds
falling
that
asleep
really
at the same time.
unnerving. Doesn't like that.
Surely Iggy'd be quite used. He'll have grown up kind of in dwarven halls and underground for.
Even dwarven halls, I think, would have some common method, probably like bells that would toll the equivalent of hours or something of that nature. It would be there would be a routine behind it, so it's possibly not quite so unnerving. You've probably got strategies that you use when you're away from the settlement that you kind of have as a group that you maybe adopt.
I imagine hobgoblins have routine though, because they're quite a structured society in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been someone stood outside ringing the changes 15 minutes.
The valet, they have a bugler.
We can always get a rough estimate because every 8 hours I go blind and then have to recast dark vision.
Yeah.
Aldred, can you see?
Yeah, but until you go to sleep, and then if you don't wake up at the right point, you don't know which bit in the 8 hours. You could have woke up 2 hours into it after 8 hours.
That's why I say roughly, yeah.
Well, he just has to cast it again. And
Okay, I lost you guys. Or you lost me. Pick one. Yeah, so it looks like we're not having a great time of things in our connections today. Who'd have thunk that? I wonder if I'm still streaming or not. Oh wow, you guys caught yourselves up. There was a period of about 2 minutes there where you were just all static.
You were fine. You were still. I thought you were still here.
Yeah, you were speaking normally. We were like, "What's
You're
going on?"
talking to us about your streaming issues.
Streaming issues.
Why is he
Yeah,
being
that's weird.
sarcastic?
Yeah.
What have we done?
Anyway, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, 3 of us can turn invisible, so we could pretend to be one person approaching the Illithid.
I think he'll see right through that.
Aldred realizes that Illithids can detect thoughts, and therefore invisible creatures possibly aren't that effective against them.
So he's kind of like got true sight
They
intelligence.
can detect thoughts. So
Just have stupid thoughts, and he won't be bothered about it.
Or he'll just think one person, but they're like schizophrenic. If we stand close enough together, he won't know where they're coming from.
One of you just take a hit for the team and just let him into your mind, so he'll be busy.
Well, and he just rifled through 3 of them.
I suppose.
There
No, it's
ain't
probably
no
him, right,
secrets
anyway.
between him and I now, I can tell you. I'm surprised he did not blush.
He did. It was just somewhere where he couldn't see it.
Yeah, it was under his tentacles.
Yeah.
Iggy, you keep them thoughts to yourself.
So do you. When next time we see him,
so what are you doing, guys?
let's go see him.
Yeah.
Do we want to take a long route round though, so we can have a bit of a neb of the lay of the land?
Oh yeah, we're making him wait.
Yeah. He will make us wait longer, I reckon.
Yeah. Do we really want to piss off the?
I think his default mood is pissed off. So
I think
don't think we do
he
anything
just
wrong.
sees anything other than a Illithid as a lesser creature. It's like us conversing with rats. Or road.
Ooh.
Bit fucking harsh.
Everyone's a bit sassy this morning. Woke up on the wrong side of the Illithid.
Yeah.
It's not every day an octopus wakes you up.
Ignatius, when you've been probed like I've been probed this morning, you would have woken up on the wrong side of the bed.
I don't know. I quite like a good probe in
Stop sharing a bed of Aldred then.
the... yeah, Aldred, she's not one of your students.
Forgot about that.
Come on then, boys.
say
Let's
nothing.
get cracking.
Okay,
go for
so you are hungry and thirsty and all that kind of stuff. You need a piss. You got massive morning glory, less massive morning glory, depending upon who we're talking about. So you kind of like get out, head out into the ruins of Stromcoldor, which is Azrok's domain. It's trashy. Even though the hobgoblins are regimented, they're not necessarily tidy creatures. There's some goblins skulking around. There's rats scurrying about, and you're in this chamber, and there's these kind of a lot of ruins, a lot of kind of rocks just tumbled down from the ceilings and such like. And the houses, a large number of them are kind of like disused and whatnot, but they are houses within the larger cavern. You kind of like follow your noses, I guess, around. And there's kind of like a barracks which is kind of like frying something up, but you kind of get pushed back from there. There's an ale storehouse that's got some drink, but it's also got some kind of food in there as well.
Is it Weatherspoons?
Yeah, it's
Beer and a burger for $4.99.
yeah.
Breakfast. Going in and admired a unique carpet.
I mean, so you kind of get there. It's a fairly largish building, and there's a small kind of area, and then behind that there's a door shut with a iron barred window. There's a hobgoblin kind of lifting a barrel of what looks to be kind of ale in. You see it's from Yud's distillery in Skullport.
Give it a go.
I assume we've tried this beer already, then, for being in
Yeah,
school part.
Oh, I'm sure you two have.
Okay. So you get some watered down beer for breakfast. There's fried mushroom more than anything else. Kind of classic.
Does it look familiar?
Yeah, it's pretty similar to what you were eating in Skullport by and large.
I meant, did it look like sea?
No. As you kind of sit in there and lounging basically by the wall, eating this impromptu meal, there's a load of goblin children start to come from cracks and walls of a building just kind of up and around from where you are. So in fact, if I move you to where you are, so I'll move Zerelda. So you're kind of like lounging around this corner where Zerelda has been moved to. I'll move you all, in fact. So for the purpose of
I don't see a map.
Yeah, the map's up.
I haven't got a map.
No, you can just open it. You should be able to open it.
Where is it?
In the images and maps.
Oh, right. Which one?
Level 3
Underwater
players.
cave. Is it Fortress? No.
No, level 3 players is probably why.
Sorry,
I
it's
imagine
maps,
it's
isn't
called.
it?
It is.
If I click images and maps, it just brings up a list of about 1,000 things.
Okay.
You can search at the bottom.
Level 3.
Yeah, level -3
okay,
players.
now.
Yeah, sorry, I just forced it to
there
you.
it is.
I just forced it to you. But you could, you can just open it. So kind of this building to the top right. So Joe, you're kind of like just leaning against Zerelda, just leaning against the window, the wall, and there's loads of cracks in the walls of this building, and loads of goblin children start to come out from it. There's about 10 or 20 of them, and they're screaming and kind of pushing each other. There's a couple of larger goblins kind of stand out. Anybody that speaks kind of orc or a goblinoid language will hear them starting to get the kids into line. Line up against the wall. Strongest to smallest, and the kids will start to push each other, and kind of one of the goblins goes and grabs the kid that was pushing really, really aggressively, kind of pulls him out, kind of stands him in front. Does anybody speak those languages that I mentioned?
I speak Orc.
Okay, so you can get the gist that essentially the goblin, the adult goblin is saying, look at this kid, he was fantastic. Do you see how he's pushing around and bullying? He's going to get far in his life. You need to assert your will on others. And he kind of pushes him back quite strongly, and then there's like raucous wrestling and
do the others tear him limb from limb?
yeah, that's generally it. There's a few smaller ones that are getting really picked on, but then kind of like 3 or 4 of the smaller ones gang up on one of the bigger ones, and the adults are like, yeah, high fives, really encouraging that kind of behaviour. And there's various broken toys and stuff around there. And then you finish your breakfast, finish off your watered down ale, which is about as good as you imagine it would be. It's very Weatherspoons.
Does it taste like Carlsberg?
The place is called Weathered Spoons. They specialize in soup dishes.
I thought it just meant the spoon had been sharpened and shiv.
Yeah. They specialize in like late night burgers for D&D players. One of them comes in and just gets ID'd all the time.
Should we go see this man then?
I don't know.
I used the term man loosely.
Yes.
Are we not watching this goblin fight?
I'm putting a bet on now.
I was thinking the same thing, Owen.
Who do we think? What odds are we offering then?
And to whom?
Each other.
I cannot believe you people. Those are children.
So don't be culturally insensitive.
You think Iggy's heard that phrase somewhere and he's just trying it out.
Yeah.
Okay, doing anything? Or are you moving on?
Come on then. Let's go before Zerelda gets us into trouble.
Before she tries to discipline them all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The adults, that is.
So you head down to Azrok's kind of like main chamber, which is the one with the seat in. And as you're kind of like stepping in there, Bugbear, what business do you have?
We're to the Ulquest.
Alright, so papers.
Yeah.
You kind of hand across your papers. And you're a pretty good artist. I wish I could draw like that. He looks at it and he kind of like gets odes, and he kind of looks at it really close and kind of looks across at ode and looks at it, and you all see he's got it upside down.
I'll pick ode up and turn ode upside down.
True story that happened to me once in a bus ride in Mexico. Like, they stopped, like military convoy stopped this bus full of like American, European tourists.
Gringos.
Yeah, basically stops, goes down. Like they've got all the guns, got all this stuff. Got my mate's passport, and they're like looking at him, and looking at him, and looking at him, and we're like, the fucking Queen's crest is upside down.
There's a reason behind that, you know. Though. We learned this. If you turn it upside down, it's easier to spot features because you dehumanize them, and it's easier to see if it's the same.
Oh, I think it's because they're kind of as thick as fucking two. But he was dehumanizing us anyway. Yeah, okay.
I like the fact that so what you're saying is you dehumanize people, do you?
Yeah, pretty much. No.
And you're shown into Azrok's chamber, and Ulquest is there in audience with Azrok. You can't hear Ulquest's side of the conversation. You can hear Azrok's side. There's lots of yes, of course. We understand. but we do not need that aid, and I am not asking for it. Those people that are fleeing, those of my number that are fleeing, will be brought and face martial justice. Do not doubt that, Ambassador. Yes, good tidings to you. And Orquest turns and looks at you, and you'll hear, "Follow me," in your head. And he walks out of that room by the south entrance and keeps going south down. He keeps going south down into, and I shall move you guys on fancy ground. So if you come to where Zerelda is, it takes you into that room.
Aldred gets stuck halfway.
We had to go back and get him after.
Oh, I've lost the room. Where are we?
It's like in the middle of the map, about on level with the entrance that we came in from the caves.
Your picture's in the room.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. So this is a really well-structured building. So there's no floors in it. It's got a ceiling, which is incredibly unusual. There are the room centerpiece has got 2 elegant chairs made of petrified wood, and they're arranged atop a circular rug. There's a slender table between the chairs, and there's a makeshift brought from different sets. It looks like dragon chess set. And you can see there are different pieces in different styles in there. Aldred, you immediately recognise the game. Kind of everybody else, you can decide whether you recognise it or not. And Orquest sits in kind of one chair and kind of like rests and takes it very, very casually. Kind of looks at you all. Kind of looks at you, Aldred. So what is the reason for the audience that you wish?
I'm going to walk over and sit down in the other chair.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let Ignatius take the lead on this one.
I do not give you permission to sit.
Oh well, standing for. We didn't give you permission to walk into our room earlier.
Make me a wisdom save.
Christ.
Reasonable.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. Okay. And it can do that. Okay, make me another wisdom save.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay. You can feel it kind of pushing against you mentally, but you kind of manage to push it out. You think of defensive thoughts, and it kind of pushes itself out.
I hear a whisper of the glaive in the back of my mind, shielding it.
Okay. I want you to stand. You do not have permission.
What he just said, I imagine.
No, I'm quite comfortable, thank you.
Then this audience is over, and I will have to inform Azrok of your intentions and dispoliteness towards me as an ambassador of the Xanathar's Guild. You're dismissed.
I'll get up and walk out the room then.
Okay. He expects all of you to leave.
Oh.
I didn't really care about this quest in the first place, so I'm away.
We can go find the Durgar ourselves when we get back to Skullport.
Who got the quest? Was it Zerelda?
No,
Iggy.
it was Iggy.
No, it was Iggy. Oh. Aldred, any ideas?
Aldred's left the room.
Oh,
Have we all left the room?
All we got told was not to hurt him. If I'd stayed in there, I was going to hurt him. If Azrok questions us, I'll advise him that being the case.
I sat down. I am so sorry.
What are you doing, guys?
Right. So, are we still heading to the Goblin Market then?
I think so. Do we want to see if we can tool up an emailer here? Or did we think we got enough in school?
We picked up, what was it, extra ropes and climbing equipment and stuff, so I think we should be good, right?
Yeah, let's see if we can find our way up to the map.
That's why I took Spider Climb. I was wondering why that was on my list.
Okay, where are you going?
Oh, God. Right, so what? The Goblin said after we got through, we had to turn... He wasn't quite sure himself, was he?
Not really.
It was either east or west, and then looking for like a giant crack in, a giant hole in the ceiling, wasn't it?
Yeah, like where it'd fallen in. Don't we have to make our way out?
Or
So we've got to make our way out of the hole, haven't we?
I guess we don't really have an east or west. Imagine it's left or right after we get out of the hold, and then look for some break in the ceiling.
Or do we head to the... There seems to be a gap in the south
Do
of
you
the
want to
map.
ask? Do you want to ask some of the locals, see if they can give us any better directions before we head out?
Sure. Who speaks their language?
I speak Undercommon and Common, and I
Yeah.
think Zerelda speaks Undercommon as well.
Yeah, I
right?
speak Undercommon.
Do you guys want to see if we can get a bit more accurate directions?
Yeah. Can't see that
Good
going
place
down
to go
well
and
now.
pick
but-
that tavern
No.
again.
We're not asking it off the guy that we've just left the...
Did everyone leave the room then?
Yep.
I don't.
I did.
Fenn's still stood in there.
Are you still in there, Fenn? Because if you're still in there, I'd have stayed with you.
I wanted to ask him another question.
He's dismissed you all. He looks at you.
Why are you the ambassador for creatures you look down upon?
I think I've told you to leave. Make a wisdom save.
Oh, God's sake.
I mean, we are just like walking food to him, though, right? We're just walking chickens.
What's your name?
Fenn.
And the memories of your childhood kind of like stream all the way through all of the kind of fears and hopes that you had growing up, and the time that you spent in the libraries and your lineage and all that kind of stuff. You're gonna try and force him out, or let him rape your mental landscape?
Yeah, I'll try. Is it another wisdom save?
Intelligence. Not save. It's just a check.
Yeah. Ah.
So it's an 18 plus your intelligence bonus.
Just flat 18 then.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you kind of recoil in horror and push him out.
That's unpleasant. Well, good day, sir, and I'll turn and walk out.
De Vries.
I'll pause, but then just walk out when he says that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll follow, but I'll turn and just go, I really don't like the way you handle business, sir. And then follow Fenn out.
Yep. Okay.
He's writing.
That's our arch enemy set for the campaign.
Yeah. And it wasn't Ard who pissed him off. Oh.
It wasn't me, no. I had a song about hobgoblins all lined up as well.
That was the first.
Okay. So what are you doing, guys?
We should go back to that bar and see if they can give us some directions, or pick someone randomly off the street.
Can we go to the big boss man, and someone there could probably know better, right?
Where the Goblin Market is.
He likes you.
Liked being the opposite side.
He will until he finds out that his wife asked us to get that dagger.
I doesn't need to know about that part. Just ask for the directions and be on your way.
Okay, so you're going back to Azrok's room.
Yeah, but we'll ask the guy. Let's ask the guard. The guard at directions
Bugbear.
rather than going and asking Azrok.
Yeah.
Okay, to the bugbear. And
Yeah.
he stood there, go, all right, papers. Didn't you just leave here?
Yeah, we went out the other door.
Oh. And he's papers. Looks at Odes upside down. Oh, I think I've seen you before. But you were standing on ceiling then. Right, yeah.
Hang on, let me just dehumanize you.
Surely de-goblinize.
Yeah.
Deconfell size. Okay. You can go in then.
No, we just wanted to know if you knew the way to the goblin. Good.
Oh, the one on a few levels up.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's the other side of the stairs there. They're the other side of the ruins. That's in Drow territory.
Which direction out of here?
Well, you can't get there directly anymore because of the ruins. You have to go down south, but it's good. It's hard fighting. But if you're gonna, are you leading vanguard? Are we on an attack? Are we on an advance?
We're a scouting mission.
Right. Well, okay. You want to be going out south then. If you kind of head basically down, you'll get yourself a tunnel past the trash room, and I'm sure that you'll find where the cavern is, where the fighting is, and then it's basically. I mean, you could get your way to the river. That might help. But if you're scouting, then yeah, if you go down south, past the trash room, up to the main skirmish where the lines currently are, and then you start to get yourself into Drow territory, and well, you can't really go wrong. If you get to the river, you're probably gone a bit too far.
Okay, cool, thank you.
And then I think it's up north, so it's like up through the town. I hear there's a temple or something up that way, but I don't really know. I haven't been that far myself. But it's good that we're taking some positive action against them. We've been on retreat far too much.
Yeah, it's Azrok. He's told us to go start scouting before we can push forward, take back some land.
I like it. It's sensible.
Yeah,
Aye,
yeah, strong leadership.
Aye, that's it. That's what we get. Aye.
Yeah.
I'm glad he knew so much.
This guy should be ambassador.
He felt like curiously well informed for a random door card, but
Well, you are going to be heading basically
Please tell me
down
Fenn
through
says that out loud as well.
Oh, yeah.
Down through you are going to be heading down through where the fighting was into territories that they ceded to the Drow. So it's not like it's outside of his knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
let's go then.
Okay, so let's transition ourselves over a little bit to Fantasy Grounds. Okay, so you kind of you head south. So I'll move Zerelda to kind of like the area that he was saying. So this area here. So the it's a natural chamber that it's a natural chamber that clearly is a path out into the Undermountain. The workstone, the dress stone, is no longer there. There is some rockfall, but this looks like it was a chamber out before the rockfall happened. So it was a path beforehand.
Okay.
So are you adopting your pretty standard marching order?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Iggy,
Wizard in the
Fenn,
middle.
Aldred, Ode, Zerelda.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what the best way to do this is, if I'm honest. So the pathway kind of like opens out. So Iggy, do you want to kind of like take the lead?
Where am I? Aldred stood on me at the minute.
There you
Oh, Aldred's run ahead.
go.
Aldred, cast your wand. You need to be able to see.
Okay, so let's just talk about some standard operating procedures here, because otherwise we could kind of like, I'll just keep revealing a bit of terrain, and it'll get tedious quick given the size of some of the maps. So for general kind of like exploration and whatnot, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reveal the terrain through until such point as there would be a decision point or an encounter or something along those lines.
Okay.
And we'll just assume that your passive perception is engaged and that you're kind of like using that to kind of keep going.
Yep.
Okay.
Bless
So-
you.
Yeah, bless you. So as you're kind of coming down this corridor, you can smell just refuse and the smell of rotting meat and rotting food. And it's kind of wafting its way down. It gets incredibly strong as you kind of come to the entrance on your left hand side.
Fenn, I think we found your room.
Quickly
I think
looking,
that's the waste room.
you quickly
Yeah.
look in. There's about the cavern's about 10 foot high, so it's not particularly high. You know, Iggy's head crests against it, and you can see it's piled high with rotting corpses and refuse. There's various. There's just smells of carrion, basically. It's drow and quaggoths and bugbears and goblins and hobgoblins. None of them have got any gear on. None of them have got any kind of like armor or weapons or anything like that. A lot of them missing chunks of flesh, and you can hear, muffled by the sounds of the corpses. And every so often, one of the corpses kind of like moves as if something's burrowing underneath it.
Yeah, I think we can pass the trash room.
Okay. Okay.
When you let us know if we ever obviously deviate off the directions we were given.
No, it's so we've passed the trash room. Now we've got to go find some fighting.
Yeah, where there is a possible change of direction, I'll stop and you guys get to the side.
Okay. Oh, and he's away. Fast man.
Okay.
What can I see off to the left then?
Okay, so as you kind of come down here and you're carefully listening, but you've probably been a little bit more casual than you kind of would have been ordinarily.
Yeah, we weren't stealthing or anything.
Yeah.
We were just wandering.
Yeah, you can see that this looks like it opens out into a slightly larger chamber. There is it's about 15 feet high, this cave, and you can hear in what you recognise to be goblin, some whispered voices. Fenn, you can hear them saying, "I heard them coming. There's people quiet. It'll just be a patrol. They'll be after our treasure. Shh, quiet. Shoot it, dribble, spit."
Oh,
The people have been dropping in and out all night.
yeah. It's mine, I think. It's dropping out. I'll whisper to the rest of the group. Goblins in there talking about treasure.
Oh my.
Goblins? No, not goblins.
I think I hear somebody stop. I think they're talking in common. Common. Yeah, common. But we don't talk in common. But you are common. I don't fucking take insults from you, Zob.
Well, I'm disinterested. What are you guys doing?
I'm trying to remember the name of. We can't piss off Grasak's troops though. As much as I want treasure.
Do they sound like they're troops, or do they sound like they're?
I'd assume this
Sound like
close.
they're villagers.
I assume this close to the settlement, there'll be Grasak's people.
Let's go have a look, see what happens.
Okay, so
I'll,
you step in.
I'll summon the glaive before I do.
Okay, let's hear how the glaive arrives.
So, I've been playing with this, been practicing, and I've had it now. And this time, I'm not in battle, so I put my fist out, and it spectrally forms the shaft now. So it's not like a thump. It's like it phases into existence. But then the blade is the last bit that comes in again, with the runes softly glowing as they appear.
You all hear a slightly disappointed sound as it arrives, not in battle.
Oh.
So kind of, hold on, fuck. Well, what?
Does it kind of like come out of your hand, like extends out?
Yeah, so like my hand's out in front of me, and it kind of just it spectrally appears. It's kind of like it sort of phases in.
Fenn with a sleight of hand then makes his rapier like slide out in a similar way.
But you've not actually summoned it to fight.
Yeah. In an
Does it
almost
go all
imitating
floppy?
way. Yeah.
No, it's definitely ready. Turgid.
You see it kind of like twist in Fenn's hand and then try to kind of like shrink back down, and Fenn has to make some actual effort to kind of keep it out. And then Fenn, Iggy, you definitely hear or feel the kind of, what the fuck's the point? Why am I here again? Kind of washes over you. Call me when there's a purpose. Okay, you step into the cave. Whereabouts? How far are you going in?
I'm gonna walk into that there and just have a look around.
Okay, so that will open itself, and then you'll see probably to like into there as well. Okay, so there are 2 goblins huddled at the north end, and as they kind of see you, one pushes the other down, and they both stand up. Wow, hell yeah!
I'll walk over to them.
They adopt a combat stance.
I'm still just walking casually over to them.
Okay, let's have some.
They casually attack you.
Oops, maybe we get initiative rolls actually rather than.
Fenn started acting 3 years ago.
So
They're already dead. They just don't know it.
So Fenn got 28. So you're going first.
That ain't bad.
In fact, I need to roll Zerelda's initiative as well, don't I? Ode, are you going to roll initiative?
Oh, yeah.
Ode really is treating this chip to the goblin casually.
Failed his own role of initiative in real life.
There we go.
Do you want to roll initiative then, Joe? In fact, yeah, you roll initiative and then tell me what you get.
21.
Okay.
Nice.
So, oh wow, okay. So Fenn, so Iggy's kind of like, so let's say, so Iggy, you're probably about there.
I was wandering in behind him.
Okay, so what you're like?
Are we all going
so
in?
there?
I was being very cautious, so I think this is about as far as I would have gone.
Okay. Ode, where would you
That's quite about
roll
there.
it to? So this is before initiative starts.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. I will stick myself over here.
Okay. And
I reckon.
Iggy, could you roll me a perception check, please? Okay.
I can't see shit.
Well, I can see shit. I can't see shit to 120 feet in full colour.
Yeah. So in full colour I can see it, but I'm just not paying attention to it.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, these goblins have got their scimitars, and they're kind of like starting to they're holding something underneath, like quite close to the chest, trying to get it underneath, and they're clearly like that. So Fenn, you can see Iggy's going forward, and they're snarling back. That's basically.
They drew weapons.
Yeah, at the moment, they drew weapons. Yeah, more picked them up from their sides, but they're adopted the bokoblin stance, ready for combat.
I'm just gonna fling a dagger out of nowhere. Just as Iggy's casually walking, goes, so like the dagger just skims past Iggy straight out the first one.
Okay.
Oh god, here we go.
I'm going to use my inspiration as well, just for the fun of it.
Just so you get your super crit.
Yes.
Zerelda's being cautious one there. Okay. So for the benefit of you, Joe, it's a kind of oval chamber. Right at the top end there are a couple of goblins, and it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet in length. There's another entrance that kind of spurs off this down to the south end, so it's kind of like almost kind of like that shape, and you've gone that way, but there's another cave down that way. Everybody's just kind of not paying that much.
Whoa! That's just he automatically crits if they haven't taken an action yet in initiative.
Yeah.
It should no, it should be D4s, not D8s. But D6s are fine because it's a dagger.
Well, that's going to change everything. So
Right, if we just take the D6s, does that kill it, Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
On which one? Goblin 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So why isn't that applying damage?
Oh, I didn't do it. I'll do it.
Yeah, he didn't drop it on.
Yeah,
Didn't drop it on the gobbo.
That's a whole different thing.
Instant death.
So describe to.
I like
describe
it. Instant death.
Describe that to us.
Oh yeah, you reached its a negative threshold.
All 7 of its hit points.
Oh, yeah. So just as Iggy strides forward with weapon in hand, and they pick up scimitars, Fender's kind of casually. Oh, my camera's frozen.
No, we can see you. Oh, no, we can't.
He just Fender's like casually just flings a dagger out from just like somewhere in his sleeve. He didn't even look like he willed it. Just like flicks it out, and it just like goes straight through its like head.
Pins it to the back of the
Pins
wall.
it to the back wall.
Okay, do you want to move?
And then I'll kind of look at everyone else like, I didn't quite mean for that to happen.
I'll look back over my shoulder and go, like,
My bad.
So Zerelda, from around the corner, you see the faces of most of the people go, "What the fuck, Fenn?"
I was just going to talk to them.
It's exactly like if you were in the bar and a little bit of anaesthesia is kicking off, and everyone's getting a bit shy, and then somebody just pulls a gun out and blows the cap. Or he turns and goes, "What the fuck, Fenn?" Yeah, okay. And you can Aldred's kind of like lurking on the edge of the cave, and like you just see his face like, oh, like it's just watch somebody get kicked right hard in the balls. Oh. What are you doing? You're next in initiative.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'm just a bit stunned more than anything. I'll just move further into the room and do goblins speak Undercommon?
Yeah, mostly. These ones do anyway.
Okay,
Okay,
so I think I
move
might
further into
use
the
some
room.
words now.
Make me a perception roll.
7.
Okay. Okay, so you've stepped into the room, so you're kind of like between Ode and Aldred. Ode's about 10 feet away, Aldred's about 5 feet behind you. And you see Fenn going, shit. And Iggy turned around and said, I just shot Marvin in the face. And Fenn's like, I just shot Marvin in the face.
So I think I'll start off based on particularly what Fenn had said. I'm just going to ask them who they're for, who they work for. Azrok.
He's like looking over at his mate.
Ah, shit. It's like that scene in Pulp Fiction when he blows his head off in back at car
Yeah,
accident.
that's
Marvin in the face.
Why are you shooting?
Okay, so you, and then I'm just gonna say, and you want to stand down, don't you? I put your weapon away.
He drops his weapon. Okay, that's pretty much you. That's just six seconds worth of chat.
Wow.
Okay.
Like, what else were you planning on doing?
Just wanted to say that Azrok doesn't need to know.
Oh, we're going to have to destroy all evidence.
Make me a persuade roll.
No, we're gonna have to kill him now.
That's what the Glaive's view is.
Yeah,
18.
definitely.
18. Azrok doesn't need to know. He echoes back in undercover.
Ever.
Ever! I swear on his life. Okay, Zerelda. Cool. Aldred, make me a perception check.
Okay. I don't think I'm good at them, but let's have a look. There it is.
Ooh.
Wow.
Cool.
Okay, so you're kind of like looking around, and very, like, very furtive, very defensive. You see what looks to be a beholder in the southern chamber.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
A floating eye with tentacles rising out.
And it is definitely off the ground. Like it is.
It's definitely off the ground. However,
It's
it
a
hasn't
spherical
got more.
object that's
Hasn't
suspended.
Hasn't got more, and you cast your mind quickly back to some of the ecology lessons that you were a student at, and your success on the nature check I just rolled in the tower for you. You think, no, this is a gas spore.
Okay, and what's that when it's at home?
So it looks like a beholder, but it isn't one. It's more or less what you can remember.
So it's basically like how those things pretend to be wasps, but are nowhere near as powerful.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Hoverflies, like what hoverfly is to a wasp.
Yeah, I go with that.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So that's kind of
just
like
kind
you
of-
just see the edge of it from where you are from the diagonal there, and it's just kind of like there. You know it's a plant actually, and it's got it kind of chucks out poisonous spores if it's killed.
Right. I think the shock from just thinking that was a beholder for a split second would take a bit of time,
Yeah.
and then he'd move over to Zerelda and just give her like a jab and like, there's a not a beholder, a fungus creature over there, and he'll gesture.
Okay.
And he won't do that silently. It's not like he whispered. So if anyone was
yeah.
listening, they could have heard it.
You're heard.
But that's going to be the entirety of his turn. He's not interested in the goblin anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to move us along?
Sure.
Oh, so you've heard...
actually, I'll ready an attack for if that thing starts entering the chamber. I'll throw a firebolt at it.
Okay. It looks a bit too large to be able to squeeze through, actually.
yeah.
Okay. Am I hitting the right? Yeah. Turn complete. Why isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's moved.
Yeah,
on.
it's moved on.
It's moved.
Okay, Ode.
Oh, okay. I'm lagging.
I'm just going to take the dodge action. I don't trust this goblin. I don't trust whatever the possible thing is behind here.
Okay. Take dodge action. Yep. Anything else?
Yeah. Actually, I think that's about all.
Okay.
Ask the goblin before doing so. Do you know the way to the goblin market?
Yeah. That way. It's pointing like away from where it is.
Much obliged, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Azrok doesn't need to know.
And he won't know, will he?
Iggy, the glaive is murder. You summoned me. I want blood.
I'm gonna walk forward. Can I see?
You heard talk of what Aldred said as well.
Yeah. Can I see what was what they were trying to hide?
Goblin shirt.
Make me a perception roll amidst all the gore. Investigation roll, actually. Sorry, not a perception.
Is that going to use his attack? Is that going to use his standard action or not?
Yeah. you're having to kind of like look closely because there's a lot of blood and gore, and you can't really see.
There's a lot of blood and gore.
I mean, you can kind of
There-
start
there's
to
just
reach
too
down,
much
start to ferret through, and take a bit of time over it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're going through the corpse. This guy's
Yeah, I'm using the end of the glaive to kind of sift through it.
As you're kind of like doing that, there's this noise as the glaive starts to suck up some of the.
And I'll just look up at the other goblin and grin. Flashy red eyes.
Mama told me not to come. Okay, move us along. Okay, so this thing kind of slowly kind of hovers its way to about there, and it can't really get much further past.
Is that the direction that the goblin told us to go in?
That's directionally pointed, yes.
Mm.
Traitor, kill.
Does this have anything that you can do?
But the gas spore moved towards us, yeah.
Yeah, but it can't quite fit through the corridor. Okay, this goblin is doing nothing but surrendering. And top of the round.
I don't know what to do now.
I'm
Your dagger's
so-
currently in the
Throw a
wall.
dagger at it.
I'll retrieve my dagger.
Good idea. I'll go retrieve my dagger.
Yeah.
It's in pretty deep.
Surely he's got to sift through some gore.
Yeah.
Pull the dagger out, you can become king of the goblins.
I'll just say to Iggy, I was only meant to scare them.
I think you succeeded. Mission accomplished.
Make an insight check on that bad boy.
I'll say to Iggy, but obviously I'm near the goblin, so he'll hear it. I'll say, do we
What
need to
language is
destroy the
speaking?
evidence
What language?
in common?
Okay. It like looks at you and it's like trying to, but it can't. It doesn't look like it particularly understood what you were saying.
Oh, that's good. I'll just say to Iggy, do we need to destroy the evidence?
Yeah.
Mm.
Can I see what Iggy's digging around in the ground for?
Make
See what's there.
an investigation roll. Your keen eyes or whatever. Stuff will be relevant.
He ain't
Nope.
got that anymore, has he?
You're slightly put off by. Do you know, like when a straw gets to the bottom of the drink?
Surely it's helping with the search because it sucks up most of the gore now.
Yeah.
It's like a little Hoover.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll move you on. So Zerelda, what do you want to do? So there's this this ball which is about kind of 10 foot wide. That's floating in the air. It's got tentacles that are growing off, and as you look a little bit closer, they look more like mushrooms than the normal tentacles glowing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, yeah. And that's what you can see through down that corridor bit. And then there's this goblin that's just basically getting bullied, much like the small goblins at the school being taught by some combination of a 7-foot giant and a half-orc picking on its brethren.
Picking through its brethren.
Picking a dagger out of its brain.
Okay, that's a lot. So how far away is this big nasty creature away from me?
5, 10, 15, 20 feet.
20 feet.
It's
Yeah.
down a
And
narrow tunnel, though.
Yeah,
I
down
don't
a
think you can see me.
5-foot corridor.
Oh. And it's 10 foot wide.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can't quite fit down that way.
Right. But neither can we.
Oh, you guys can, yeah, you can work your way down there.
We can't get
Oh,
past
okay.
it, probably.
Single file.
What's down the other hallway, I wonder?
And does it look hostile?
Aggressively floating.
You don't really know, you can't really tell. It's kind of like you're asking the question of does a tree look hostile?
I mean, sometimes.
In winter.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go and try and get past it then.
Okay. Yeah. You kind of like head down there, so I'll move you down to what you kind of squeeze down the corridor, so you're kind of like next to it. Make me a
Yeah.
perception roll.
Are you like, excuse me, sir, and squeeze past?
You're far too
Lot.
trusting of fungi.
Perception.
Yeah.
You see it turn around and it is actually a beholder.
6.
6. Okay. It's occluding all of your view. You can't really see kind of anything past or around it. It's not moving out of the way.
So I can't get past it.
It's not moving out of the way. Yeah.
Oh.
And it's obstructing you trying to kind of like move past it.
Okay. I'll use Shadow Blade then.
Okay. Oh right. Okay. I'm like, yeah, do that then. And
Yeah.
Come on then, whatever.
I'm gonna have to do it, aren't I? Right. So let's have a look.
Do a shove attempt.
She's not
That's
strong
a
anymore.
Spell that I can't get on my list for some reason.
Shadow Blade. So let's have a little look at Shadow Blade. You weave together, so just create so it is a bonus action. So you take a bonus action, and out of the shadows of the Underdark and Undermountain, you weave a short sword.
Yeah.
Okay, and I assume you're gonna hit go to hit it.
I am going to indeed.
Okay, so use your standard action, your action to hit. So it uses finesse. So you can use dex or strength as your modifier.
So I will use Dex, which is plus
That makes
2.
sense, yeah.
And proficiency. I am
Yeah,
proficient,
you're proficient with it, yeah.
So that's plus 5. So that's 17 to hit.
And so you're in dim light of darkness, so you get an attack roll with advantage.
Oh. No. I rolled a 2.
So with advantage, so you roll the second d20.
Yeah, the second was a 2, so take my first roll, which was... did I say 17?
I don't know. I don't think you said
I
anything.
think you did. No,
Oh.
yeah, he rolled his first attack.
Oh, okay, so you
Yeah,
rolled 17.
17.
Yeah,
Yeah.
17 hits. In fact, the 2 probably hits, actually. No, I look at it.
Right.
Yeah, you 2 would have been a 7, so.
Oh, it's not loading the spell. Hang on. Right, and it's 2d8.
Turns out we're just killing a ton of defenseless creatures right now.
At 9.
9. Okay.
Yeah.
You kind of like okay. And as you smack into it, it kind of like just explodes into this puff of this cloud. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Fuck.
We're going to another character turn to stone.
She's body blocking the way.
Yeah.
Constitution. Okay, 7.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, 7. So you
Got a new character to roll up.
Did Zerelda just encounter a creeper?
Yeah.
So kind of like your lungs are choked, and you take 12 points of damage.
12?
12.
Are you dead?
No.
No.
She's not you.
You shouted like you were dead.
And you can start to feel start to feel these spores kind of like getting into your lungs.
Ooh.
Start to cough and a little bit of spittle starts to come out.
But I'm best friends with Seed. He does this to me all the time.
Okay. And now that thing has gone, you can see that there are
4 beholders behind it.
what looks to be a couple more of these things, and then an actual beholder, though its eye is misty and it's rotten flesh, and you can see like innards from it just hanging out, and it just looks
An undead beholder.
Zombie
It is
beholder.
a zombie beholder.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
wicked.
Cool.
So
Wow.
that's delete that token.
That's
Okay,
definitely
cool.
not what we want to see.
3, and that is.
Here it is.
1 wound.
Murder.
So what's my status? Sorry, what condition have I got?
So you don't quite know what condition you've got. So it's not. It doesn't impose a condition on you.
Oh,
You're just going to go all alien later on.
I just want to take something on D&D Beyond.
Well, you might want to do something about what it has done to you, but you don't really know what it's done to you yet.
Okay.
Just restoration yourself.
Make a nature check, as you see.
A nature check.
Aldred, yeah.
Oh,
Wait for him to come back.
Intelligence nature check. Aldred, make an intelligence nature check. As you see,
Sure.
kind of Zerelda go down and swipe at this this gas spore.
Do you want it in the tower or in the open?
And the open's fine.
Okay, there we go. Oof.
Ooh.
Oh, so you see Zerelda kind of like covered by these spores, and you immediately think, shit. He's gonna. She's likely to ingest those, and they will kill him unless the disease that he's contracted removes him.
Wow.
Please tell me you prepared restoration.
I don't.
And usually it takes about half a day for the disease to kill people.
Turn, I will just say, why would you go and do that when it wasn't attacking? And then see the beholder and probably freak out.
Yeah.
I'll just start rolling a sorcerer now.
Yeah, you can
So
see this one here. Aldred, you can see the top narrows are, and you can probably see the edge of the gas spore 1, but you can't see gas spore 2 because I think it's too far.
Okay, that's fine because the fireball will definitely see it.
Okay, anything else, Zerelda?
I mean, no.
Jazz looks gutted.
Okay, Aldred.
Right. So the second I see a real beholder silhouette, I'm gonna cast fireball.
Okay.
Probably just behind it. I think I can get away with that.
Firebolt or fireball?
Fireball.
Boom,
I
boom.
believe it was 20 feet. Let me just double check.
We can tackle a zombie beholder.
Oh, damn right. It can't see. That's kind of like nerfs its whole power.
Yeah, 20 foot radius. Also, it's massive. Yeah, this thing's gargantuan. So I'm just going to control click them all. Is there any hidden people I should be control clicking? I know that's a weird thing to say.
I'll work that out.
You'll work that out. Okay. Right. Where's the top?
Can you not draw it?
map?
If you draw where you're going to put it, then it will get anyone else that's not showing at the minute.
Hold on, I've got to sort the size of the screen. It's way bigger than it should be. Oh yeah, I guess if I scroll.
So if you do the circle, the AOEC circle.
Yeah, target mode.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Zerelda, fireball incoming on your head. Unfortunately, Aldred said, "Oops, that's not what I want to do." So you have enough.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty much what I want.
Okay, it's not on the screen.
Burn the spores out of your lungs.
In fact, thanks,
Ignite the spores in your lung.
my fancy ground reckons
Right.
you've just disconnected.
I think that's at target, but it's not got the arrows to them. Or do I click and drag?
So my fancy
Oh,
ground
there we go.
thinks
Right,
that
no,
you've just been
they're all targeted
disconnected.
now. They're what?
The
You're not
host
there.
thinks you're disconnected from fancy grounds.
Oh,
I've got a minute.
that's unfortunate.
Okay, now I think you're
Reconnected
reconnected.
host. Right, let's get my turn done before I disconnect. So fireball, and I wonder if I can just click it from here because they're all already targeted. So
You might, yeah, it may
force
be
this-
easiest for you to just.
force the save. Am I lagging or?
No, it's come through. Fireball, Dex 15, Magic, half on save.
But have you done that on yourself?
Oh my god! Did I?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. It's
No,
hard-
I've got all them targeted on my screen. Like I've got all the distances and all of them. Well, we'll see if I do fireball damage to myself now.
They're not in the combat track. Will that make a difference?
Oh, it may do. So let me just make them available in the combat tracker. Okay.
Do you want me to re-highlight them and do the save again?
Yeah, just do it again.
Right. Okay. Right. Let's untarget everyone. Retarget.
Okay,
There
so
we
now
go.
I think it thinks you've targeted it. Yeah, okay, now you've targeted it. Changed.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Force the save. There we go. 3 saves.
Oh, Jesus
Wow.
Christ! I
They
need to
did
roll
terrible.
Oh, what?
I feel like
Right.
Ox on Friday.
Damage. It's not the
Okay,
worst. That's actually a
so-
subpar fireball.
So
Yeah, the room explodes with fire.
So describe to us.
So the second Aldred sees, after scolding Zerelda, the second Aldred sees the real beholder, he immediately points and casts fireball behind it, and there's an eruption of bright fiery light that engulfs the gas spores and just sears the rotten beholder flesh as the stench wafts towards you, Zerelda.
All of you you hear that inrush of air and then that explosion. You turn around and you can see Aldred there pointing his finger at Zerelda.
Aldred tried to kill Zerelda.
That's the only logical explanation to make. Okay, so Ode, you're next.
I'm going to try and, in fact, what's the range on this spell? So bring myself to here so as I can see it. I think. Let's check is there a distance on it? Ooh, 30. Can I get within 30 feet of it? Am I within 30 feet? 1, 2, 3.
Is the spore cloud from the one Zerelda killed still there?
No, it disappeared.
Right, I'm going to make one more step closer, so I can definitely get this. And I'm going to cast blindness on this.
Blindness on it.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, and I need to turn the tracker.
Huh. I wonder if that has advantage. Like Hydras have advantage on stun.
Nope.
Yes, I'm blind.
Okay. So this is interesting. Does blindness affect dark vision?
I mean,
I know
Yeah.
what happens when
dark vision works through your eyes, so I'd assume so.
I know what happens when you blind a normal beholder, but I don't know if it affects a zombie beholder.
So it gets a blinder condition. It can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. But it rolls against creature advantage, then the creature's attack rolls at a disadvantage. Yeah. So it's not got tremor sense, so dark vision. So it would be blinded. Yes, that would make sense. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Good work. So it's already cloudy eye. Becomes more cloudy. So describe to us how you cast blindness.
Wiggly waggly my fingers. Yeah.
Spirit jazz hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then everybody remember about spell slots and ticking them off. So we
Yeah.
keep track of all that jazz.
Oh, back to where I was.
And then you leg it, leaving Zerelda poison, suffering disease. Okay.
Next.
Iggy.
Is everyone facing away from me?
Probably not Fenn.
Then I'll nod and agree with Fenn and attack Blue.
Okay.
We'll make a gentleman's agreement while everyone else is looking away. Yep.
You get advantage on the attack. The creature's basically defenseless.
Nice. Where's my actions gone?
We're doing it a kindness. It'd have been murdered by a zombie beholder if not.
Is it Goblin 2, isn't it?
It's everyone there, yeah.
How do I do? I can do that.
I really
target
need
thing,
to
can't I?
consider my alignment.
Why won't it let me target her? There we go.
Yep.
And...
Oh, it's
So I just, while everyone's looking the other direction, I kind of reverse the glaive and just shove it chest,
Yeah, okay.
and then kind of stand it back upright as if like kind of like kick it into the bushes a bit so we can't really see it.
Yeah.
It falls like slumped, but not quite like laid down or anything. It's just slumped as if it's up. Okay, anything else?
And then I'll move forward to see whatever.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Wiping the blood off his glaive.
The glaive sucks all the blood into. The glaive is glowing slightly, just pulsing.
There is a convenient waste room nearby.
You can't see it. Automatically first thing, but check that requires sight, so it can't see you guys. So is that your target you can see? Okay, fine. So it's going to kind of like bimble around. It goes there, it goes there, it goes there. It ends up going there. But it can't do any of that stuff. So then it makes what, a Constitution check at the end of the round? The blindness.
I think so.
Think so. Yeah.
The end of each of its turn, target make a Constitution saving throw.
So what's the DC for Ode's spell save?
I'm just finding it now.
It was like
You'll say on there.
15.
Yeah.
15.
So let's have a little gummy at this. So let me just roll a d20. It's not going to pass that.
So blind.
Is that?
I feel that's the first time blindness has actually worked.
Oh, blindness is really powerful.
Yeah, see, when it doesn't work, it's really sad, but when it works, it cripples the opponent.
Okay, Fenn.
Okay, so Iggy just killed this goblin in cold blood.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite warm, actually.
You were the one that just told him to. You were like, should we get rid of the evidence? Oh my god, I can't believe you just killed that goblin.
We both just accidentally totally mullered.
Yeah, goblin. This was an accident.
He was trying to run away and he tripped and fell on the.
Yeah.
You're going to be wanting to get XP for those as well, I know.
Yeah. And because there's still like the lingering smell of fire in the air to where everyone else is suddenly rushing off to, Fenn isn't in a hurry to get over there, so he's going to carry on searching amongst this stuff to see what the goblins are protecting.
Let's have an investigation check then, please.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, you're kind of searching
Terrible.
through and you're kind of like dealing with
There's
it.
there's two lots of goblin mess.
Yeah, there's guts and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so Zerelda.
So we have advantage on this bad boy.
How far off is the beholder from me?
It's 10 feet.
10 feet.
Mhm.
Yeah. Blind and undead, though, so you got that going for you.
Mm.
It's undead as well. You're like a cleric. Surely you've got some radiant shit going on.
Some turn undead.
Yeah, but why would you want to do that?
Yeah, it's kind of a waste of a turn.
I'd love to use lesser restoration. So I'm not, but I don't have that. So
How did you not have a restoration spell?
just shut up. Shut up.
Aren't you the cleric of the group?
So I'm going to use spiritual weapon instead, and have many weapons. Can I have both?
Depends if they're
Are
both
they both
concentration.
concentration?
Spiritual weapon's not concentration.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, it's not.
No.
Oh, okay, you'll be fine then.
And I can attack with both because one's a bonus and one's an action, right?
Okay, so your Shadow Blade is a bonus action to cast it, but then it's just a weapon. Spiritual weapon is a bonus action to attack with it. So you can hit with your weapon, but that just replaces your normal attack.
So,
Yeah.
you can hit with both.
Okay.
So Shadow Blade is basically giving you a weapon made out of shadow. You then have to use your action to hit it. It's a bonus action to create it. Otherwise, it would basically be a waste of an action because you'd have to summon it and then wait next turn.
But I have to do that with my glaive.
Yeah. Suck it up.
Which is why it's why I'm now permanently having it around my.
Yeah.
This is very much not
Goblin
Zerelda's
kind
problem.
the world over is pleased about your action economy getting nerfed.
So I'm going to use spiritual. No, I'm going to move and attack first with my Shadow Blade.
Okay.
So
you move there.
And I still get advantage with the attack.
You get advantage, yeah. You get double types of advantage because this creature's blinded.
Double one.
Double one.
Double one.
It's not your day.
Really?
So that is that, and I don't have to be honest about it either, but I am.
What he's actually done there is laid the groundwork. 20s on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just wait till this spiritual weapon comes in.
Okay, so then you cast spiritual weapon.
Yeah. And I don't get advantage with that. And then attack the beholder with it. 17 to hit.
You still get advantage
Yeah,
because
still
it's
get
blind.
advantage.
Oh, do I?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's blinded.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh my god. So 17. The other roll was a 1.
Okay.
Is it the same dice? Bin it.
Bin those dice.
I don't have enough dice to just start binning them willy nilly.
Buy more dice.
Fuck off!
One time.
So
Yeah.
one again.
5 damage because I rolled a 1.
5 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to use this small deer token for your spiritual weapon.
What is your spiritual weapon?
Is that
It'll
another
be a
black
short
blade?
sword. It'll be a short sword.
Zerelda, what's it look like?
Sword.
It's covered in spores.
It resembles the Shadow Blade. It looks like two individual weapons that are identical.
Yep. Okay. Cool. Like it. Anything else, Zerelda?
No.
Okay. So Aldred.
I don't want to get too close. In fact, if I can just fire bolts from there, not ball, bolt. That's
Fireball!
Yep. Okay.
So Aldred repositions himself, pulls his arm back, and flings out a firebolt.
With advantage.
Should it not just automatically apply because he's blinded? Whew,
Yeah,
that's bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Hits.
Still hit. That was bad.
Oh, just
So I
having
just-
to deal with the manual way of managing like Zerelda's round. How much better it is in fantasy grounds.
Yeah. So I just graze his beholder undercarriage, I guess, with the fireball.
His beholder undercarriage is on fire.
Up in his gusset.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else, Aldred?
I'll go. Fenn, there's a fucking beholder here. I know that'll be my turn.
Yeah, okay.
I'll shout, there's some fucking treasure here in the background.
Ode.
Ode's going to do the brave thing.
And
He's
run
gonna
away.
go-
Robin.
Yeah. And he is
So
going.
Zerelda, Ode has moved up to be next to you.
Aww.
Which I think was quite brave. I'm going to hit this with the rapier. Oof. And as well as hitting, I'm going to apply my ability. So this will be with the Psychic Blade. There's an extra.
So what's
Level,
Psychic Blade, sorry?
level
Where's
5,
that coming
level
from?
5 or 4.
Oh, it's the College of Whispers thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Psychic Blades.
Yep.
So 3d6 on top of the. But I did hit, so let's see how much normal damage. Okay.
Okay. You're better in it. It's quite hard to tell how damaged it is, given that it was already in a decayed state.
And with another. I'll put it over there. Will it come up? No. Right, never mind. I'm just going to have to put it in the.
Yeah, and I'll just update its wounds. So what, another 9. Okay.
Put another 9.
Okay, cool. Anything else, Ode?
I think that's everything.
So do you want to just narrate what the psychic damage, kind of like how that looks? What do people?
So as he lunges forward, there's a ghostly whisper from Ode's mouth as this kind of ghostly effect sort of like whirls its way around, coiling its way around his arm, down his blade, and into this thing's brain. As he takes a 3d6 psychic damage.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Ignatius.
Can I get to him? 1, 2. I can get to there.
But
Can
you
I?
have reached 10 with the glaive.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. So you can get there. Yeah. And then you're like, excuse me.
Yeah, coming through.
This is the kind of creature. This is the kind of creature that we need.
Oh.
So you said it'll do thingy automatically?
Yeah,
Because
just
it's
eventually
blinded.
automatically because it's got the blinded condition applied to it.
Yep.
I'm going to eat its life force. Yum, 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 yum. More. Give me more. Anything else?
No, I don't actually have any bonus actions, which is... Well, I could have put a Hexblade's Curse on it, but I should have done that first if I was going to.
Yeah. You can still do it, so
next
it's
up.
there. But, if you haven't got anything to use the bonus action on.
No, I think it'll be finished by the time I come round to my next action.
So Zerelda, Iggy's kind of like coming behind, and he's kind of like coming past and through you guys with his glaive, and you see the glaive bite in, and the runes flare up as it starts to kind of like chow down on beholder flesh. Okay, since you're like close enough to it, it's gonna have a little bit of a bite at you, Ode. It just tries to chomp down, but it rolls shit.
It rolls appropriately.
Like, what is going on? Like, this session and last session are just the night of ones.
I know.
It makes its con save. No, it doesn't make its con save. So it remains blinded. This is what it's saying, which in Beholder is, did somebody put a blanket over my head? Fenn, you can hear all this stuff going out the back, you know.
So after Aldred shouted at me, I'll like kind of stroll past him like, I'm coming.
Rolls his eyes as he jogs up.
I'll double move up to there,
Yeah.
so I can see it,
Yeah.
and then I'll just I can't get past them all, so I'll just
No.
flick a dagger over the head and try and arc it. I'll try to ping it off the wall to deflect it back in.
Okay.
I like the up and over shot.
Yeah.
Like some kind of tennis serve.
Yeah.
You watch him finish it with this now.
I know, with a dagger. With a dagger.
He'll get sneak attack,
Get
won't
sneak
he?
attack, yeah.
And it's an auto crit. Or advantage.
No, it's already acted, so it won't be an automatic
Oh!
crit.
Dagger
Oh, he
misses.
misses.
Missed.
It pings off, but you got the angles wrong. You didn't take into account the fact that there was a vein of zinc running down the wall. So you've used your move, you've used your bonus action, you've used your attack.
Yeah, that's my
Can
go.
you throw a second dagger in your offhand?
No, he
That
used
would
his
be a bonus
thingy.
action.
No, I've
He
used my
his
bonus.
Okay, Zerelda.
So, Zerelda's feeling pretty shit. And a bit fed up with the whole thing. So I'm going to use Inflict Wounds at 3rd level.
Whoa!
On herself.
Just end it.
How would that work? You just see her touch her face and her face head just explodes.
It's what Kenny does
17
on the
to
Mario
hit.
Maker level. He's a bit bored of it. He just dies so he can get Luigi to do it for him.
17 to hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Oh, hits. Yeah, it hits. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 5d10.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, inflict wounds is pretty good.
1, 5, 9, 14, 20 points of damage.
20 points of damage to it. Wow. What, from 5d10?
Yeah.
Okay. So that puts it onto that. Zerelda kind of you see the necrotic forces kind of race to Zerelda's fingertips and then pulls out and flaps the skin, fly off, and screams in rage. One of his tentacles starts to kind of rail around. It looks pretty haggard now. Okay, anything else?
Yeah, with my bonus action, I'm going to hit it with my spiritual weapon, also with advantage.
This deer right here.
What's that to hit? 24, so that hits 10 additional points of damage.
10. Oh, wow. Okay. It's kind of like, it would be limping if it had legs and limped. It's tongue hanging out. Anything else?
No.
Okay, Aldred.
Right, I'm going for the overcarriage this time.
Okay. Hits.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, that lags massively on my screen. Boom. That's respectable damage.
Okay, so the fire comes flying in, engulfs it. It kind of slumps down to the ground. Its tentacles just drooping down. Then, hold on a minute. So you did what, 9 damage to it. Then all of a sudden, it kind of jumps back up again.
No!
Back into the fight.
Oh no!
Zombie
Nice.
bullshit.
Okay. Oh, anything else? Sorry, Aldred.
No.
Okay.
No, nothing.
Right. Don't want to go using any. I think my best spells are all most very effect spell, which I don't want to use.
Thunderwave.
Yeah. It's still blind, isn't it?
Yep.
Ooh. Tell you what, let's it's close to dying. Let's hit it with another
It's very close to dying.
attack.
Okay. That hits. That blindness has made a substantial difference.
I know.
Yeah, it's so handy when it doesn't attack you. And
Okay, so you do 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use another one of those bardic inspirations to give me an extra.
Nice.
So you do 14 points of damage.
Mm.
Okay, so it's got to roll. It's not. Yeah. Okay.
Is it back up?
Yeah, you slice into it. It's just like got flesh hardly there around it, and then it kind of like there. It's more the impression of a zombie beholder than an actual zombie beholder.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
No.
I curse at it.
Ignatius.
Yeah, I am in half a mind to bestow a curse on this.
I'm gonna Hexblade curse it.
Okay.
Oh, he really wants to kill it.
So, and then obviously, let me target it.
So Hexblade curse. Hexblade.
I do an additional 3 points of damage. I crit on 20, and I get like 9 points of health back if it dies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I've got it targeted, haven't I? Yep. Oh, why is
That
it not?
hits. Oh, it's a crit as well. Oh no.
Well, I got
it's
it
not. Sorry,
targeted.
Sorry, I read the. Yeah, you hit it.
I don't know. Paul's frozen.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm lagging like crazy, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh, I'm reconnecting now.
Yeah, I think Paul's back.
Yeah, so
You back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I targeted it. It just dropped
you
out.
rolled it hit. You rolled a 12 plus 8, 20. AC 20 is what you hit.
Cool. I will. Oh, how do I do damage to it then? I'll have to drop the damage on it because it's not registered as it.
No, it looks as if it. You've got it targeted as far as I'm concerned.
I'll drop it straight on it. Oh.
Okay. Does that factor everything in it?
Yeah, I've added it. I've done it where I've made a second glaive.
11. So it needs to get 16. Oh no, it's down.
Oh, you got it!
Yes.
The glaive comes thrashing in, and as it lands, it just. The beholder.
Well, that was bizarre.
Okay. And as you kind of like stand a little bit further into the room, you notice that the cave ends.
Well, Aldred's gonna pull up some cloth over his mouth and go over and relay the information about the spores to Zerelda, and this is pretty serious.
Uh-oh.
Can I have a look around the room?
Yeah, it's just an empty stone cave. And that will be the last action because it's 20 to 11.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna have to call it there. Okay. So, at what point will Zerelda die?
About 20 minutes into the next episode.
Have we got nothing to?
Well, we'd have to take a long rest. She'd have to pick Thingy as a. She'd have to prepare the next spell.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, she would have to.
It's Fenn lobbing his daggers again.
Yeah, I was just trying to set up a new assassinate thing.
A dagger assassinate.
Okay.
That's a pretty good assassinate.
Yeah.
That's with a dagger.
I know. Assassinate is ridiculous.
It's brilliant. You only get one shot at it at the start of a turn.
Yeah, lesser restoration is where it's at. But I'm sure we can find something. Well, help. I mean, there's Drow, and Drow are going to clerics of Loth.
We could go back to the hobgoblins.
Wouldn't it just be fabulous though if the treasure that those goblins were hiding was like a potion of lesser restoration or something?
Oh yeah.
But unfortunately the rolls were shit, so we'll never know.
Well, no, we will know because although one of them sneaked off,
Sneaked off, leaving his corpse behind. He's on the
there was already a corpse there. No one else got close.
Oh, don't worry. In the next one, Zerelda's going to go, don't y'all feel good about letting that wee little goblin live?
Yeah.
So
I heard he had to split.
I think
My deception's pretty high, so yes.
Yeah, so's mine.
I think there's maybe a 20% chance that they had a potion of lesser restoration. Unfortunately not. I rolled a 43. Okay, anyway, right. So that was that.
That was good.
Combat in Undermountain.
Yeah,
Against a reasonable foe. That's a CR5.
Yeah.
CR5
That blindness was.
Yeah, that was clutch.
Yeah, blindness, definitely.
That's barely ever worked half the time.
Oh yeah, that's one of them things. Whenever you cast it, and it's failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's binary, isn't it? You don't become partially blind and end up having a white stick and a dog. You know, you're either fully blind or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so next session then. So today's Tuesday, what, the 9th maybe? So Tuesday the
23rd.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
Tuesday the 23rd.
Yeah.
Boom. Oh, that's the first week of school holidays. That's why I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that should be okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. So thank you for watching. If you're interested in more Dungeons and Dragons, you can always check out the Tales and Troubles game, which is not the same. It's more of a kind of high level story narrative led game where 12th level characters fail DC 13 Constitution checks twice and get turned into statues. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
To be fair, he'd always wanted a statue to be made of it.
Well, what he doesn't know is that Ox is planning to sell the statue to the Chulton branch of the Order of the Gauntlet for the Diego Darkblade shower block.
Which was previously established.
Oh yeah, it's definitely there. It's definitely there. There's a roaring trade in statues. Where do you think the two goblins back in Skullport export most of their naughty pictures to? And we'll be back on Tuesday the 23rd of July. Cool.
Yeah.
So if you like it, leave some comments, what have you. If you're interested in some alternative role playing, then at some point soonish there will be a One Ring actual play.
I'm looking forward to watching that.
You'll see
It's about 50% done, apparently.
Well, there was like 19 cameras and about 50,000 takes, where batteries died and all kinds of stuff.
We've all got multiple batteries now.
yeah, we've got 19, and multiple sound channels and all kinds of stuff. So Joe really has quite a difficult edit to do, but it was quite a good session. I think you'll see Fastred in all his glory. So yeah, check that out. Thank you for watching. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.